Jimmy, I started streaming on.
Hey Jenny, my name is
Multiview.
Jordan, and we get the amazing
I did
opportunity
it
to
to
go
11,
back to
so
Ethiopia this summer
The camera should work.
to
now.
visit our partner organization,
Perfect. I
Elevate Orphan.
don't quite see anything yet. But
And that's
Yay,
where you
Jimmy
come
fixed
in.
it.
You can bring new or gently used clothes and shoes for the teenage girls and boys at Elevate Orphan, as well as soccer balls or
Still don't
frisbees
see it
to the
yet,
Jenny
but it might
offices
just be
by
some-
Sunday,
Yeah, I'm
June
setting the
30th.
slider up. I'll make sure that it's
We are
broadcasting.
so
after we get
excited
this
to
done.
bless these kids. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, the broadcast started for the Multiview like a few seconds late, but we made it work.
Thanks for remembering that.
It was actually Nancy, so credit goes to her.
Drew, what are you doing?
I'm practicing my flipping skills, ma'am. You know what for?
What for?
Sizzling summer Sundays, baby.
Every Sunday after the 11 a.m. service, we'll be out here with burgers and hot dogs. What else, Drew?
Bring some cash, 'cause it's gonna be cheap.
This is by Journey Students, but for
right.
everyone.
Are
So bring your
you
family,
PC
bring your
anything from
parents,
five?
bring your significant other. We want you
Yeah, I
here.
got it all. We're
and
looking
students will
good.
be
7,
helping
can you point at
with
something bright real
serving
quick?
you,
I got you.
hanging
7,
out.
4, same thing.
All proceeds go to Journey Students, and
4, I
so
don't
this
have your
summer
feed if you're
we
gonna
are taking a team of
double-check that.
students to
If you're
Bolivia.
shining
We're
something
also
with some
taking
light.
a bunch of students to
Can you
Movement
check if your
Conference
Teardex is
and
sending
just
video?
some normal Sunday night
that's on.
activities that happen during the school year. So if you buy a burger,
Is camera one
your money's
okay?
gonna go.
1 and 2
help
are
out the
fine.
youth group here.
3 is good. It's just 4.
Lauren's got
that
the
I'm waiting
info. I got the grilling.
My Teardex on and oh, it says no link, so I don't know if that
Okay.
has anything to do with it.
Jimmy, are you in a position to be able to reset?
What's up?
Can you flip the tear deck on 4? We're not linked.
Oh. Okay.
Hey guys,
Where
it's
is the
Summer in
Teardeck? I think
Montana,
I
and
can
we
get
have
it.
2
Who's
months
that?
to get
Oh,
all of our favorite activities in. Let's
It's back
go.
to the left of the stage rack.
Okay.
Do you know where that's
I
at?
think this is gonna make Mark
It's
sit
the
out my
blue
eyes.
light on the left,
The
not
blue
the
light
one on the right.
left. Yep. And just flip it off and on.
Yes, yes.
All right, we got one more video after this one, so we have about another minute and a half
We
till we
love
go to
summer
camera
at
1.
base camp, and our volunteers do too. During the summer, at
flipped
any
it on
given
and off.
time,
Okay.
we may have 50%
Melody,
of
let
our
me know if you see
volunteers
anything
on family
different on no link.
vacations, home visiting
The
relatives
Teardeck
from
also
college,
said no link.
you name it.
Yeah.
So this is your
says search
opportunity.
frequency,
We
then I
would
went
love
back
for
to no
you to
link.
consider
Oh, it's
checking
sending
out
video.
serving in base camp.
Oh, I got it now.
1
Perfect.
or 2 Sundays.
Jimmy, it's still doing
this
that really
summer.
weird.
So come as
What's
you
the
are, grab
could
a
it be
friend, or
something with
better
the
yet, take over a Sunday in
probably
base
wireless.
camp this summer with your community group.
say again?
It's probably
Choose
just
to
like
make a
wireless
difference in
interference.
the life of a child.
Okay. Could it also be
Details
the
on screen.
frame rate on the camera? Could it have gotten
Oh,
changed?
if it got bumped, maybe.
That if you got 40 seconds, you can maybe go check.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. All right, ready camera 1 in 40 seconds. We're coming live to you on Brandon. Remember, this first song is called Prodigals. It's led by Brandon Becca. First 2 verses are going to be led by Brandon, and then camera 2 will kind of just stick around wide for a little bit.
Right by your melody.
Camera 4 will start off, even though you're going to be kind of, oh wow, you're going to be off. Jimmy's going to be looking at your camera, but we'll start as soon as you're ready on
Worship starting in 10,
the lead electric.
9, 8, 7,
Ready, camera 1?
6, 5,
That
4,
maybe got fixed.
1,
We'll look.
2,
And take
intro,
camera
2,
1.
Morning
3,
journey.
4.
We're excited to have you with us to worship and celebrate, and let's stand together.
Yeah, 4, that looks so much
We're gonna
better.
sing out
Nice
Intro.
job.
and sing.
Take 4. Jimmy, is that what it was?
Don't know. The camera
Ready,
body
two?
was
One.
being weird.
Take 2. It looks way better.
The
What's
whole
over
camera's a little jank.
I fought the fire when I'm
Looks way better though. So nice job,
the
Mel.
old winds
All right, ready 7.
blowing again.
Take 7.
Verse 2.
Ready 3. Take 3.
Lost my way,
Ready 6.
and I'm sure I will again
Take 6.
someday.
Ready 2. Take
There's
2.
a whisper
Ready 4.
calling,
Take 4.
calling again.
Ready 1. Take
Chorus
1.
1. Hit.
Ready 5.
This is the sound of a child coming home.
Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 7. Take 7. 7. Focus back to the base.
Chorus 2. Build.
Take 2. Ready 1. Take 1. 6. Get a back shot of Brandon. He'll be right there. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 1.
Down. Turn around.
take 1. Nice. Ready, 4, 4 lead. 7, take 7, 4, take 4.
Verse 3.
Ready, 2, take 2. Nice. Ready, 6, take 6. Ready, 2, take 2. Ready, 5, take 5. Ready, 1, take 1.
Verse 4.
Ready, 7, take 7. Ready, 2, ready, 1, take 1. Ready, 6, take 6. Ready, 2, take 2. Ready, 7, take 7. And 7 go to Rana. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Nice job, Evie, take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Nice job. Keep going right. Keep going right. 4. Keep panning. Keep going. Keep going. Nice. And hold that. Follow Brandon. 4. Nice. 2. Take 2. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. Nice job, Stella. Ready, 2. Take 2. 2. Start going in. Ready, 5. Take 5. 4. Lead. Take 4. Keep following. Keep going. 7. Go to lead. Ready, 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. And ready, 7. Take 7.
Interlude. Breakdown.
Ready, 6 on keys. Ready, 2. Take 2. 6.
Interlude.
Take 6 and 6 other keys. Go to Jane's keys. And then go to David and go straight up. Go up. Ready, 1.
Bridge 1.
Take 1. Nice. Ready, 2. Start coming out. Nice and slow, 2. Take 2.
Bridge 2.
Ready, 3. Ready, 4. 7 actually. 7. Take 7. 7. You're tilted left, just nice and slowly. Yep. Keep going. Keep going.
Bridge 3.
Ready,
Base.
3. Take 3. Ready, 2. 2. Keep going in. Take 2. Nice job, Evie. Do an amazing job. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. Keep going, Evie. 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1. 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 2. Or 4. 5. Sorry. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. There we go. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. 5. Take 5. 2. Take 2. Start coming out, Evie. Nice job. Great job. 4. Take 4. Nice job, Mel. Ready, 7. Take 7. 7 still tilted left. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1. Follow Brandon. 1. Follow Brandon. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. Nice job. Ready, 4. Take 4. 4. Follow Jacob once Brandon gets back there. Nice. Stay there. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. 3. Take 3. Ready, 5. Take 5. 7. Ready, 1. Take 1. All right, we're gonna intro
1.
rattle. Ready, 3.
2.
Take 3.
Intro.
4. Lead
2,
guitar.
3. 4.
Take 4.
Intro. Drums in.
Ready, 5. Take 5. Nice. Here we go. Ready, 1. We're gonna go ready, 2. Start going in, Evie.
Verse.
And take 2. Nice and slow for me. Slower than that. There you go. Ready, 7. Take 7.
Verse.
Friday's disappointment.
Ready, 4.
Sunday's empty too.
Take 4.
Since when has impossible?
Yeah, there we go. Ready, 7.
Chorus 1.
Ready, 1. 1, 1. Take 1. 1, follow Brandon. Center him up. Center him up. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. 4, lead. Ready, 4. Yeah, keep them both. Keep them both. Take 4. And then 4, focus over to Brandon. Nice. And focus back to Jacob.
Vamp.
Ready, 2, take 2. Ready, 3, take 3, 2, full wide, quick, please. Ready, 1, take 1. Ready, 2, take 2. Nice job, Evie. You guys are all doing amazing. 6, ready? Take 6. Ready, 1, take 1. Ready, 4, take 4. Follow Brandon 4. A little quicker and follow him back. Ready, 2, take 2. You go in, Evie. Ready, 1, take 1. Ready, 7, take 7. Ready, 4, take 4. 6, go over to Brandon. Ready, 7, take 7. Ready, 2, take 2. Ready, 6, take 6. 6, go back. Ready, 2, take 2. Ready, 1, take 1. Ready, 5, take 5. 2, full wide, quick. Ready, 3, take 3. Ready, 1, take 1. Ready, 4, take 4.
Vamp.
6, get on that lead, back behind you. Ready, 1, take 6. Take 6. And 6, headroom down. There you go, just follow that.
Bridge 1.
Ready, 2, or ready, 1, take 1. 2, start going into Brandon. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 6. Hold that there, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Keep coming out, 2. Take 2. Ready, 7. Take 7. 7, follow. Nice job. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. 4, follow Brandon. Find Brandon. Ready, 6. Take 6. 6, nice job. Great job. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 7. Take 7. Follow. Nice, nice, nice. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Keep following. 5. Take 5. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Keep coming out, Evie. Nice job. Amazing job. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 5. Take 5. Cameras, you guys are looking amazing. 4. Take 4. A little more float there. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. Perfect job. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. A little quicker melody. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. 6, full wide. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. 4. Lead guitar. Take 4. 5. Take 5. Ready, 1 for Becca. And 7. Take 7.
I'm out of breath. So this next
And
song
ready,
that
1.
we're gonna do
Nice
is
job.
called
Take
Victory.
1.
It's a 406
Production team, that was
United
amazing.
song.
That
If
was
you
really,
haven't
really
heard
awesome.
Of 406
We're
United,
just gonna keep these
please
good vibes
go
going.
check them out on Spotify, Apple Music. They're a local group from the churches in the area that write songs for you guys, for all of the churches that are here, and it's just amazing. I've had a
7, let's
privilege
get
to be a
that
part of
shot
a
set
couple
up
of the
with
songwriting
Becca
retreats,
there.
and it's just been such a blessing in my life.
And 1, let's check focus.
So Victory is kind of talking about how we, as children of God, once we've accepted God into our life,
Ready, 7.
we're heirs with Christ, co-heirs with Christ. We have inherited the kingdom
Hey, Weston,
of God.
take like 1 step
and
back
God
for
is
me.
victorious, fighting our battles.
Uh,
And a lot
going
of
back.
times
Right there.
in my day-to-day,
Take 7.
I tend to forget that I have God's power living in me and that it is
Just for a second,
victorious
then I'll have you jump back
over
up
whatever circumstance or battle that I'm facing in
Ready,
my
4.
life at that time.
there. Take 4.
So
All right, Weston, you're
if
good.
you'll join me, let's sing this together.
Ready, 1.
1.
Oh, 7. I need that.
2.
Sorry, I need that acoustic.
Intro. 2.
And
3.
ready, 3.
4.
Take 3. 7. I led you astray. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2.
Verse 1.
2. Start going in. Take.
You're the victor in my process.
Ready, 1. Take 1.
Your spirit lives in me.
Ready, 6. Take 6.
I know who fights my battle.
Nice job, Weston. 2. Come out. Ready, 1. Take 1.
The power that raised
4.
Jesus lives
Take
in
4.
me. Thank you, Jesus.
Ready, 2. Take 2. Nice job, Evie. Ready, 5. Take 5. 6. Perfect shot. Take 6. Follow Rana. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready 6, take 6. Ready 2, take 2. And 6, go back to keys. 7, take 7. 6, take 6. 2, take 2. Ready 4, take 4. 4, follow Becca. And go to Becca. Ready 1, take 1. Stella, ever so slightly, start coming out. 2, stay wide for a minute, and I'll call you in. Ready 7, take 7. Ready 2, start going in, take 2. Nice job, here we go. Nice and groovy. Ready 4, take. Ready 1, focus Stella, and take 1. Ready 5, take 5. Ready 2, take 2. Perfect, Evie. Ready 6, take 6. Ready 1, take 1. 5, take 5. 6, hold that on the keys. Hold them on the keys. Take 6.
Bridge 1.
Ready 2, ready 1, take 1. 1, focus on Becca, center Becca. Nice, ready 7, take 7. And Stella, you're just a little out of focus still. Ready 2, keep coming out, take 2. Ready 6. 6, try to not get that bass right in front of John's face. Take 6, oh, sorry, 2, take 1. 2, take 1, 2. Ready 6, there we go, take 6. Sorry, Weston, I just messed you up. Ready 1, take 1. 2, take 2. 4, lead guitar, ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2, start coming out 2, take 2. Ready 7, take 7. Ready 5, take 5. Ready 2, take 2, keep coming out. Keep coming out. Nice job, BB. Ready 6, take 6. Ready 4, take 4. 4, find Becca now. Keep going and find Becca. Nice job. Ready 1, take. Ready 6, take 6. Ready 2, take 2. Ready 3, take 3. Ready 1, take 1. Ready 7, take 7. 5, take 5. Ready 2, keep coming out 2. 4, lead guitar. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 6, take 6. And ready 1 for host. Oh, we got ready, take 2. And ready 1 for host.
Ready for
And
host? Go host.
go host. Nice job, everybody. That was awesome.
Heavenly
lot of fun.
Father, we get
Hope
a
y'all did
walk
too.
in the victory that
Oh,
Jesus brings
focus.
us. We
There
are
we go,
so
there we go.
grateful. Thank you that we can move forward knowing that He has already conquered sin and
Well,
death.
Stella will go
and
in just a
we
tiny bit from
are
there,
victors
nice and
because of
slow.
Thank you for this time and this worship. May it honor and glorify You. And just bless it. Bless our time here. Bless our conversations and our connections. Amen.
Nice job. Maybe just a tiny bit more, Stella.
Good morning, Journey. Welcome. You may have a seat. For those of you online, we're glad that you're joining us. I get to
Perfect,
talk
that's
to you
good.
this morning about two things. First is a family update. Our Journey students, which include
Remember,
middle
1 and
school
2, we're
high
going to have that
school,
right third
are
in
trying
about 20,
something
30 seconds.
new. So
Maybe 40.
starting today all the way through the end of August, as long as weather is permitting, they are going to be, after the 11 o'clock service, serving hot dogs and hamburgers for all of you that would like to join us. This is a great opportunity for us to connect, for us to talk to people we don't know, to spend time with old friends, to introduce ourselves to the students and get to know them better. It has a second bonus. It is going to benefit our students in that everything they make, it will go toward the mission team, the youth mission team that's going to Bolivia, and the students that are going to the movement conference at the end of July. So we hope you will join us. I wanted to let you know that there is cash only, and it is first come, first serve. So if we run out, you can just drop your cash in the box and then come back next week and be first in line to have a hot dog or a hamburger. So we look forward to seeing you on the lawn
All
afterward.
right, cameras 1 and 2. Let's
Second thing
go
I gotta
left
talk to you
third.
about
Put them
is
in
next
left
steps.
third. Yep.
We are constantly talking about leading people to become all-in followers of Jesus. And the things that we offer to help you with that are what we call next steps. There are ways that we can look and act a little bit more like Jesus if we practice
Stella
those.
just
And
pan
so
left
today
ever
I'm
so
going to
slightly.
talk to you
Other
about
left.
giving. Jesus talked a lot about money. It's a very important thing to him.
There you go.
Because he knows that our tendency is to hold it tightly and that draws us away from him. He wants us to open our hands and release back to him was actually his to begin with. And so he brings it up and he mentions it a lot. 11 of his 39 parables that are recorded are about money. When I was a kid, my mom
All right,
gave
Ops,
me
we'll go back to
50
center.
cents every week for my allowance. And she paid me in nickels and dimes so that I could practice tithing 10% every week. So every week, I took my nickel to church and dropped it in the bucket. This was a great opportunity for me to learn that 10% of my income was to be given back to God. Some of you may have had a similar experience with your parents. Some of you may be thinking, what? I'm supposed to give to the church? I didn't even know. And some of you might have been engaged in a giving journey for years and years. Wherever you're at, there is a next step that you can take. There's a QR code that is on the screen that you can log in if you are thinking, well, gosh, maybe giving a journey is one of my next steps. So I want to give you some more information around this. Our fiscal year ends in June, so this is our last month of our budget. Our next year ministry budget is based off of this year's revenue. The last 9 weeks, we have been shy of what we made the same 9 weeks last year. So we're a little behind, and I thought it was fair to let you all know
Which
that
screen is
as
it?
our
Like
month,
one of
our
the-
year
It's one of the
ends at the
confidence
end of
monitors.
this month.
Copy.
Jimmy's looking at it.
Jesus
I'll have him
thinks
fix
it's
it.
really important for us to
If we can.
practice keeping our
try.
hands open,
Off and
to
on.
grow in our understanding and trust that he is sovereign and good, and our generosity journey is
probably
just a
something
piece
I'll
of
listen to
that,
on
of
the-
opening our hands and our hearts to him
Copy.
and his kingdom initiatives. So
Let's
I
see if that
encourage you
macro
to
changes.
take your next step
Maybe.
with giving. Up next, Bob is going to share the next sermon in the series, Restoring Us.
Go video.
All right, ready, camera one in 35 seconds.
Do you want head to toe again with Bob?
Yep, camera two, head to toe would be great. And we'll get that set up here in just a second.
Speakers starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go speaker.
Go camera one.
Okay, full disclosure. I'm just going to let you know, I've got a natural aversion
Ooh, Jimmy, don't
to
do
people
that.
that are arrogant and prideful. And you know the people that I'm talking about. You know the people that they're always right, they're never wrong. They always have to have the last word. There we go, right there. The last word. Those that always think that they're more important than another person, and they sometimes can tend to even look down on other people, and you kind of pick that up because they look around and they're critical about other people, a little bit fault-finding, a little judgy. I think sometimes I see this in me the most
Hold cameras.
when I see an athlete
fixing
interviewed,
something, and then I'll
and
get
when they
back,
come
so.
across like cocky and full of themselves, like I know this is small of me, but it's like I
All
just
right,
want them to
camera four.
lose. Like I hope that they lose. You
You're
know,
looking
I
better,
naturally want
So
to root
yep,
against
you're good
them
to
and
lock
to see
and
them
set down
get beat.
before.
But I also notice that I'm really drawn to people that are humble. People that actually start to look at other people. Those are the people that I respect, and they're the kind of people that I want to be around. I notice about humble people is they never really brag about themselves. In fact, they hardly ever talk about themselves. They're always interested in other people. They're always the ones that are asking questions, and they're always the ones that try to understand the person rather than be understood. And even if there's a benefit, they give the benefit of the doubt if there's any questions in a relationship. They always want to understand. And what I love about humble people, and you just see it when they get excited about shining the spotlight on other people. They see things that other people do well, and they call it out. And they're really excited when other people win at things in life. And humble people, I see so many times that they're just willing to talk about their weaknesses and acknowledge their weaknesses and apologize for their weaknesses. And they're willing to even bring their sin out into the light with other people. I love being around humble people. And my hunch is what I've just described is this kind of aversion that I have and this attraction that I have. It's probably a bias that probably almost everyone
Melody,
of
are
you
you still
have
downstairs?
as well. One of my favorite leadership writers is a guy named Pat Lencioni, and he wrote a book called The Ideal Team Player. And in this book, he's trying to describe the character qualities that you need to look for if you're gonna hire and you're gonna build a team. And the number one thing that he said you have to look for in someone that you're gonna hire is humility. Here's what he says. He says, humility is the single greatest and most indispensable attribute of being a team player.
Allie, are you downstairs?
So if you're gonna build a good team,
Oh, that
You
we were
need to
looking
look
to see if
for
that left
humility.
TV was working, but it's
if you're
off.
gonna
so
build
hold on.
off right now, so
a
don't worry about it.
good relationship, you need
Jimmy, I'll let you know if it flickers up here.
humility. You need humility in yourself, and you need to look for humility in others. But you know who else agrees with me with kind of this aversion toward the proud and this attraction toward the humble? It's actually God himself. Listen to what Peter says in 1 Peter chapter 5. He says, all of you, every one of us, clothe yourselves with humility. He said, just wear it like a coat. When people look at you, that's what they see. Clothe yourself with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud, but shows favor to
Looks
the
like
humble.
it's stable now.
See, pride doesn't just
Copy.
bug us, it bugs God too. And if we want to find ourselves in a place where God is opposing us, resisting us, actually standing against us, we need to figure out, how do I remove pride from my life and move toward humility? You see, God doesn't want to hurt your pride. He wants to kill it. God doesn't want to hurt your pride. He wants to kill it, because pride kills relationships. But humility, when we relate to one another in humility, it actually breathes life into relationships. And that's what we've been talking about in this series, is this idea that our relationships matter to God. Our relationship with him, yes, that we're to love the Lord our God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. But we're also supposed to love our neighbors as ourselves. And we can't do that until we figure out, how do we grab a hold of humility? Humility causes us to be restored in our relationship with God and our relationship with each other. But here's the challenge. We are surrounded by prideful people. We have encounters with them all the time. You are friends with prideful people. You are related to prideful people. You are working with prideful people. You are even married to prideful people. But here's the truth. We all are prideful people. It's all of us. I had a good friend of mine, and when he would see pride in my life, he would always just say, here's Bob, here's the world. Isn't that true? Isn't that how we all kind of want? We kind of want the world to revolve around us. We kind of want to be the center of the universe, but that brings us in opposition to God. We need to learn how to shed our life of pride, because we're naturally self-centered. Luther said it this way. He used in a Latin phrase, he said, incurvatus in se, meaning we are curved in on ourselves. Every one of us naturally tends to put ourselves at the center of the universe. And now some of you are thinking a whole sermon on humility, like, I don't even think I need that. Like, I'm probably the most humble person I know. This sermon is especially for you. If you don't see it in yourself, here's what C.S. Lewis said. He said, if anyone would like to acquire humility, I think, tell him the first step. The first step is to realize that one is proud, and a biggish step too. At least nothing whatever can be done before it. If you think you are not conceited, it means that you are very conceited indeed. So let's just make that our working statement today. All of us have issues of pride in our life. So here's what Peter continues to tell us. Here's the command he gives us in the next verse. He says, humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Peter's saying, humble yourself. Here's what Peter is helping us try to understand. Humility is a choice. It's something that we can choose to do. And there's a phrase that I want you to have in your mind when you leave here today. Humility is us making a decision to choose to lose. To choose to lose. Here's something else I want you to grab a hold of. This idea is that God himself is humble, and we are like God when we are humble. And it's always like weird for me to say that idea that God is humble, because I mean, just think about it. He is the greatest being that there is, the most powerful, the most wise, all-knowing in all things, the most loving, the most righteous. But yet God is humble. That's what I want us to think about today, is that God not only defines humility for us, he is humble, and he models humility for us. And we're going to look at that in the life of Jesus. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to look at a couple of places of Scripture. On the one side, I want the Apostle Paul to help us understand a theology of humility. How did Christ model humility around theology? But I also want us to, how did he practice humility? The Apostle John is going to show us a beautiful picture of what it looks like when God lives out humility and chooses to lose. Here's what the scriptures say in Philippians chapter 2, starting in verse 3. It says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest, but each of you looking to the interests of others. What Paul is trying to say is, at the bottom line, humility is looking outward. Naturally, we want to look inward, but humility is looking outward to the interests of other people. Because he says, stay away from selfish ambition. Because selfish ambition is about, what do I get? What is in this for me? But he also talks about vain conceit. That's the question that we're asking, like how do I look? How are other people perceiving me? But it is all focused on ourselves. But humility is looking outside, looking at others and valuing them above ourselves. If we are going to restore us, restore healthy relationships, we need to understand that healthy relationships are not about getting. Healthy relationships are about looking to give. We're always looking to give to others because selfish ambition, pride is so destructive in our relationships. We need to learn to choose to lose. Now, here's what's going to happen as you leave here today and as you start to think about your life, you're going to have dozens of opportunities every day, maybe even hundreds of opportunities to choose to lose, to look outward, to instead of seeing what I can get, asking the question, what can I give to someone else? And so here's something I want us to try to get our mind around. This is the tricky thing, a little bit of a challenge around pursuing humility. So if you were to ask the question, how do I pursue humility? Here's one thing that I'll tell you it is not. It is not trying to be humble. It's not us giving great effort to trying to do humble things. If we're going to pursue humility, we have to do it indirectly. Because when we try to do humble things, we're actually just focusing again on ourselves. We've got to look somewhere else. We've got to look to something else. Actually, we have to look to someone else. Because humility, at its core, is self-forgetfulness. If we just try to pursue humility by doing things that appear humble to people around us, it's really just a false humility. We're just trying to look good to other people, and that's actually more prideful than anything else. We've got to look elsewhere. And that's why we have to look at Jesus, because he modeled for us what does it actually look like to choose to lose. And here's how the Apostle Paul described the second person of the Trinity, Jesus, and how he did relationships and choosing to lose. Continuing on in verse 5, it says, in your relationships with one another, how we relate to one another, he says, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus. What Paul is telling us is that we've got to learn how to think like Jesus thought. And here's what happened as Jesus had a mindset of choosing to lose. Continuing in verse 6, it says, who, being in very nature God, Jesus was God, did not consider equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to death, even death on a cross. And you can just kind of see this progression of these multiple decisions that Jesus made to choose to lose. He was in heaven. He was God in heaven, but he chose to come to this earth as a man, flesh and blood. He chose to leave the comforts of heaven. He chose to lose for the sake of others. But when he came to this earth as a man, what was his station in life? Was he the King of Kings? Was he someone that everyone was serving him? Was he a king in that way? No, he chose to be a servant. Even as a man, he chose to take the station of a servant. He chose to lose. And even as a servant, how did he show the ultimate sacrifice? He gave his life. He chose as a servant to give his life. He humbled himself and became obedient to death, even death on a cross. Again, choosing to lose so that he could serve others, so that he could serve us as he died in our place to pay the penalty for our sin. He was willing over and over and over again to choose to lose. That's kind of the theology around how Jesus thinks about a mindset of choosing to lose. But I want us to look at a picture, because a picture and example can be really, really helpful to us in terms of us thinking about as we live out our humanity of following Jesus. If we want to have his mindset and live the kind of life that Jesus lived, being an all-in follower of him, what is that going to look like for us? John helps us out. In John chapter 13, he tells this story. Many of you have probably heard it before, but I want us to look at it through the mindset of Jesus. In John 13 is the story of Jesus washing the feet of his disciples.
Live when
Nope.
I accidentally.
You need to understand that this act
cut a lot of that out. So
washing
no
the
worries,
feet of the
nice job.
disciples is the very last act
I knew he was
that
gonna do
Jesus
that.
is going to
I just
do with
couldn't
his
remember
disciples
where, so
before
it's
he
okay.
is arrested and killed and resurrected. This is the last time that he's going to be with him. And it's in that moment that he washes the disciples' feet. He creates this scenario. They're all gathered together for the Passover meal, and Jesus is there, and there's nobody there. I think very intentionally, nobody is there to wash anybody's feet. And Jesus does something that rabbis don't do. You need to understand culturally, rabbis don't wash disciples' feet. You know what's also true? Disciples are never asked to wash people's feet. This task is for the lowest
Stella, let's just watch
of
our
the
head.
low, the lowest of the slaves. So as there's this opportunity to wash feet, none of the disciples are stepping forward, because none of them is going to raise their hand and say, I consider myself to be the lowest of the low. Because we've seen at different times, they're kind of jockeying for position. But Jesus does something that creates this incredibly awkward situation. Jesus is the one that stands up. And he takes off his rabbinical robe and he sets it to the side. And he takes a serving towel and he wraps it around his waist and he begins to wash the feet of every one of the disciples. And now this is awkward for them. Like, what is he doing? He shouldn't be doing this. And Peter stands up and just says, there's no way, Jesus, your hands are not going to wash my feet. I've seen what those hands can do. Those are hands that have touched people and healed them. They're not going to wash my feet. But Jesus says, yes, they are. And then Jesus takes, I don't know how long it would take, but it took a significant amount of time for him to get all the way around the table with all 12 disciples washing their feet. And this was a powerful moment for them, and it is etched in their mind as they watch this scene unfold. But what Jesus wants for them is for that to be etched in their mind forever, that they would understand, what does it mean to serve? What does it mean to be humble? What does it mean to relate to one another in humility? And as John unpacks this story, there's 3 times he talks about things that Jesus knew, things that were on his mind in this moment. And if we're going to have the mindset of Jesus, we need to understand what's on his mindset, on his mind, because Jesus modeled the mindset of choosing to lose. The first thing that John talks about is that Jesus saw the needs of others ahead of his own. Here's how John starts the story. It says, it was just before the Passover festival, and Jesus knew, this is what's on his mind, that the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. Jesus knows what's about ready to take place. He knows that he's going to be arrested, that he's going to be tried, and that he's going to be sentenced to death. And when he's hanging on that cross, he is going to bear the weight of sin for the world. He's going to be in that place. And we see that as Jesus approached the cross, that as he approached the Father, he was like, would you take this cup from me? Please, take this cup from me. He was sweating blood. He was in a place of great need. Jesus walked into that room with the greatest need, but what does he do? He actually saw the needs of other people. Small needs. Just the need to have their feet washed. But that's what humility is. It's not focusing on our needs and expecting that others will meet our needs. It's us noticing the needs of others. And what comes naturally for us is that let's just be honest, we all want to be noticed. We all want people to notice, and we all want people to notice our needs. But Jesus is saying that humility takes a different lens to this world. We actually don't look at this world through the lens of our needs. We look at this world through the needs of others, and we're willing to meet those needs. We let go of needing to be noticed, and we grab a hold of noticing the needs of others. Jesus is saying that's what it means to choose, to lose, to see other people's needs as greater than your own. A second thing that Jesus did is that he used his authority to serve others. Here's what John says in verse 3. He says that Jesus knew, this is what was on his mind, his mindset, that the Father had put all things under his power. Jesus knows who he is. He knows that he's God. He has all power and authority. But here's what it says, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. Jesus knows who he is. He knows the authority that he has. He knows that he is God in the flesh. And so as we sit back and look at this story, everyone knows that Jesus is the most important person in that room. His greatness is so much beyond anyone else in the room. But he doesn't leverage his greatness to try to get other people to take care of him. He leverages his greatness. He leverages his power, his authority to actually lift other people up. That's the picture of humility in the life of Jesus, that he would use his power for the sake of others to lift them up. Like I said, Jesus knows who he is. So taking that decision to choose to lose, to wash the feet of it's not that Jesus had low self-esteem. It's not that he needed to look to others to meet that need, because he was being great. And Jesus wants you to be great. You might be thinking that humility means that I just have to deny all the ways that God has made me and the beautiful ways that he's made me. That's never what humility is. God wants you to be great. He wants you to maximize all of who you are, all the ways that he's made you. But here's what he would say. He would redefine what greatness is. Greatness isn't being at the top of the heap. Greatness is being willing to choose to lose, to put yourself at the bottom of the heap. And the disciples, there was a time in the disciples' life when they were arguing around this. They had this desire for greatness, but it wasn't a God-given desire. It was more like this, I want to be noticed. And so they were coming to Jesus, and they're wondering, like, who is the greatest? And it's interesting to me that Jesus doesn't scold them. Like who are you thinking?
It's 5-5.
Like, what are you
really
thinking?
6-9,
Trying to be
so
great.
Might just have to fix it.
Jesus
later.
wants them to be
First one
great,
was 6-9,
but he actually just changes the
I might have missed
definition
it then. It's
of
because it's
great.
definitely 5-5 at 11.
In Matthew,
I didn't even
Mark
watch
9:35, it says
Might
this:
be.
anyone
So,
who wants to be first,
Sorry, a minute ago I got
you
all
want to be
down 'cause I was
great,
trying to make it
must be the very
more, like,
last
even.
and the
It's
servant
all right. We made
of
it
all.
work.
Jesus says it so clearly. If you want to be great in this life, it's a life of humility. It's a life that's willing to choose to lose and to serve other people. You know what lets me know that I don't think like this all the time? Is when I think about how I find myself, and I know that I talk with enough people that they wrestle with this too, that we compare ourselves to other people, don't we? We can walk into a room of people or be around a group of people, and we're wondering, how do I rank with this group of people? Am I ahead of these people in life, or am I behind these people in life? Am I above these people, or am I below these people? And we try to, like, there's this pecking order, like there's this rank. Am I more successful? Am I more valued than other people? Are people noticing me more than other people in this room? Am I more popular? Am I more pretty? Am I more funny? We tend to rank one another, but Jesus is saying we let go of rank, because comparison is an incredible form of pride. Comparison, we need to let go of the comparison trap because it kills relationships. Humility is what breathes life into relationships. And lastly, John tells us this, that Jesus served those who were difficult to love. It's easy to serve people and to love people and to be humble on behalf of people that love us and serve us, and they've got our back. But what about people that actually turn their back on us? Can we love and serve and be humble with them? Here's what John says was on the mind of Jesus. Verse 2, it says, the evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. As Jesus is sitting at this meal, this is his mindset. He knows what Judas has done. He knows that Judas has traded his life for 30 pieces of silver. He also knows, will communicate to Peter that before this night is over, you're going to deny that you even know me 3 times. And the rest of you are going to be scattered. So here he is, sitting in a room of a betrayer, of a denier, of a whole room full of deserters. But what does he do? All these people that are going to fail him. You would think it might be hard to love in that moment. But Jesus was willing to love those that were difficult to be loved. Even those that were going to fail him, he chose. He made the decision to choose to lose. That's the mindset of Jesus. He loves people. He serves people, even the ones that are difficult to love. So now we've got this picture, the theology of Paul, and we've got this picture of Jesus. But Jesus doesn't want this to be just a picture of him to be admired by us. He actually believes this is a picture that his disciples and us as disciples that come after them are to follow. It's an example for us to follow. Here's what he tells them. Verse 15, he says, I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly, I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, Jesus is saying, now that you know these things, now that this picture is etched on your mind, here's what he says. You will be blessed if you do them. Not think about them, not admire them. We will be blessed if we do them. If we, in the same way, choose to lose. But here's what Jesus wants to make sure that we're really, really clear on. To choose to lose is really to win. You want the best life possible? You want the best relationships possible? Then this is the posture that we take. This is the mindset that we take to every person around us. Choose to lose, and those relationships will be maximized in every way. Choose to lose, and you will actually win. I want to get practical. I want to quit looking at the life of Jesus, and I want us to humbly look at our own lives and just ask ourselves some questions and evaluate, where are we at with this? If I were to ask you the question, do you love people who are difficult to love? How would you answer that question? Because it's easy to love people that love and serve us. But what about the difficult people? What about that person that's coming to your mind right now that you work with, that is difficult in your life? Anyone in your life, maybe it is a family member or a relationship. Are you willing to love and to serve and to be humble and to look outward towards someone that is difficult to love? Another question, what do you do when you are the most important person in the room?
Copy that, thanks.
Jesus, in this situation, he was by far the most important person in the room. But he didn't leverage that to get people to serve him. He made himself the lowest in order to serve others. What do you do in places where you're the most important person in the room? Because many of us have situations like that. We've got people in our families maybe that are looking up to us, looking to us. If you're a parent, your kids are looking up to you. In places where you work, in the boardroom, there are places where you are a big deal. What do you do when you are a big deal in the room? Do you make yourself a big deal? Or do you take yourself to the lowest place and continue to ask yourself the question, what does it look like in this situation to lift up the people around me, to consider their needs as more important than my own? What do you do when you're the most important in the room? Do you choose to lose? Okay, now I'm going to get really personal with you because we're here at worship, right? Can I ask just a really personal question? What mindset do you bring when you come to worship? How do you walk in here? Because here's what I know to be true. Every one of us has needs in our life. We have tons of unmet needs in our life. When you walk in here and you know that everybody around you has needs, do you walk in here with a mindset that says, how do I meet the needs of people around me? How do I even find out the needs of people around me? Or do you come in here wanting to have your needs met? Do you come in looking at the needs of others, or do you come here looking to have your needs met? Isn't it interesting that we actually call this a worship service? It's a place to serve. And we're to serve our relationships in this place. First and foremost, yes, our relationship with God. We're here to put our attention on him, our worship on him. Give him his majestic value that he deserves. Yes, that is part of our service. To love the Lord our God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. But part of our service is to love our neighbor as ourselves. Do we come in here thinking about, how do I love and serve the people around me? How do I meet their needs? Or do we just think about having our needs met? One is prideful and one is humble. And now let me just say this, and maybe some of you would just say, I do a lot of serving around. I do lots of things to serve people around here. Can I ask another question? Why do you do it? Why do you do it? Do you do it for the sake of others, or do you do it to be noticed? Do I want to be thanked? Do I want to be valued? Do I want to be seen as someone, or do I serve just for the sake of serving other people. Because humility, the way Jesus defines humility, is that we just want to meet the needs of other people, whether anyone else in the world ever thanks us or knows about it. Is that the kind of servant, the kind of humble servant that we are? And when we get to that place where we're willing to just humbly serve, we just come here and we want to serve other people without caring at all whether we get any recognition. It's like this. It's like peeing in a wetsuit. Nobody knows what you're doing, but it makes you feel warm all over. I almost didn't share that because it's gross and I didn't want that to be the only thing you remembered. What do we look for when we come here? Another question, do you have the humility of Jesus? You know, another question you can look around you and ask yourself, who are my friends? Who are my friends? When we look at the people that flocked to Jesus, the people that are around him, it was a different people sometimes than church people have around them. The people outside of the church, the people outside maybe the standard moral values, traditional moral values of the church, the people that maybe don't even like religion or don't even like the church, do they like you? Would they call you a friend? Here's how I think we would define that. Just saying that I know someone doesn't mean that they're your friend. Would they call you their friend? And here's how you would know. Do they invite you into their world? Do they introduce you to their friends? That's how you know if you have a friend. Jesus was invited into those environments all the time because he was humble. He humbly served everyone, regardless of their station in life. Do we have friends like that? Another question I want to ask you is, how do you respond to criticism? What happens in you?
All right, camera ops, it's
when you're
time
criticized
to go. If you're
or
on
challenged?
stage, get back ready.
Someone that's humble, they will neither be indifferent to criticism, but they also won't be devastated by criticism. We'll listen to criticism. We're not going to be indifferent because we care about another person's opinion. We want to evaluate that. But we also won't be devastated by that because we realize who defines us, who tells us where our value comes from, and it comes from him. We can be prideful in two different ways, and I think sometimes we miss this. Oftentimes when we think about what it means to be prideful is we think about the area of arrogance in our life, that we can be arrogant. But also a form of pride is insecurity. Arrogance means that I'm thinking too much of myself. Insecurity means I am thinking too little of myself. Both of those are forms of pride because they're both looking inward, not looking outward. Both of those can be forms of pride. That's why C.S. Lewis, I love this, how clearly he defined humility. He says humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Meaning that I just think about others. Sometimes it's referred to as self-forgetfulness. Self-forgetfulness. So here's the deal, friends. You're going to walk out these doors, and you're going to get the opportunity dozens of times, I believe, even today, to make a decision to choose to lose. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to be the one that is willing to be first to apologize and to own our own wrong? And in that way, we choose to lose. Will we be the first to listen to somebody else, to try to understand them before we try to be understood by them? And that way, we choose to lose. Will we be the first one to offer a word of kindness or encouragement to someone? Or are we going to wait for somebody else to do it for us? Are we willing to choose to lose, to do that for somebody else? Are we going to be willing to shine the light on somebody else on their accomplishments and not feel that as somehow a loss to us? Are we willing to choose to lose, to lift somebody else up and celebrate their win? Are we willing to defer to somebody else, their decision, their desire? Are we willing to choose to lose? Are you willing to give up your right to be right? Are you willing to choose to lose? Are you willing to be honest about your weaknesses and your needs and your sin? Because you're willing to choose to lose. I keep saying that over and over, choose to lose, but you've got to understand this. When you choose to lose, you win. Jesus wants you to understand, you don't lose, you win. And here's what I can promise you. I can promise you, if you choose to live this way, to choose to lose, your life will change.
All right, Jane, you're good.
Your relationships
Camera 6
will
is here.
change.
Ready.
Imagine what that would be like to be in a friendship or
Thanks,
a dating relationship or a marriage or with coworkers, that everybody is just trying to outserve the other person. Everyone's looking to other people's needs. What would that be like? It would be a little taste of heaven. And that's what Jesus wants. He wants to bring heaven to earth. It would be a game changer for you. And it would be a game changer for our church. What would it be like if every one of us truly did drive into that parking lot, not just transfixed on our needs and getting our needs met, but we walked into these doors realizing there are needs all over this room. What could I do? What could I possibly do to meet the needs of other people around me? Being willing to choose to lose, to lift up another person. It would be a game changer for our church. People would want to be here every week. Nobody would want to miss. Nobody would want to not be in an environment like that. It would change our church. And you know what else it would change? It will change the world. Because Jesus said, when we do what he did for us, when we love as he loved us, when we forgive as he forgave us, when we do the things that he did for us, the world will take notice. They will know we belong to him. And his message will make sense to them, and they will want it. It will change the world. And here's how Jesus said it. He said, a new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, when this starts happening, when this kind of loving and serving one another is happening, by this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. I don't know what your next decision is in a relationship. Here's what I want to invite you to do. Choose to lose, and you will win. Let's
All right,
pray.
Stella, let's tighten up.
Jesus, I'm so grateful for how you model this. Although when I'm perfectly honest, this feels so overwhelming because it's so unlike the way that I think so often. But Jesus, what I know to be true is that you have sent your Holy Spirit
All right, Stella,
come
you
and
can
be
relax
in
out a
us.
little bit.
and to teach us how to love how you loved, how to serve, Jesus, the way that you served. Holy Spirit, would you move in this place? Would you give us the power that we need? We can't do this on our own. The only way that we can live this, Jesus, is if your Spirit, the Holy Spirit, lives
Camera
your
6
life
ready for
through
keys.
us. And so we ask you
Just remember
to
that
do that.
Bob's gonna
Jesus,
filter through.
we need you today. And it's in your powerful and resurrected name that we pray.
Ready,
And
camera
all
1.
God's people said,
We're actually ready
Amen.
2,
One.
full wide. And go worship.
2,
Ready,
intro,
6.
2,
6,
3,
ready.
4.
And take 6. Okay, we're good. Ready, 1.
Verse
Take
1.
There's just some problems only God can fix.
All right, ready, 4.
There'll be some moments that just don't make sense.
Take 4.
I've seen it happen time and time again. There's just some problems only
Verse
God
Ready,
can
7.
fix.
Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. 1 over to Brana. Ready, 1. take 1.
There will be moments that just don't make sense.
Ready, 4.
I can't see it now, but I'm still convinced.
Take 4. Ready, 2. 2, start coming out right where you're at. Take 2.
Not by power, not by might.
Ready, 6. Hold that there.
By the Spirit of the living God.
6. You're all right. There you go. Ready, 1. Take 1. Everything all right? 6. All right. Ready, 6. Take 6.
Turn around.
Ready, 2. Take 2. 2 back, or 6 back to keys. Ready, 4. 4 lead. And take 4.
Verse 3.
Ready, 6. Take
Drums
6.
in.
1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Start going into. Take 2. Ready, 7. 6 back to keys. Take 7. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 5. Take 5. 2. Take 2. 6. Where's the keys at? Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. There we go. Ready, 6. Full wide. Step back. 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. And ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1. 7. Take 7.
Breakdown.
5. Take 5. Nice
Bridge
job.
1.
Ready, 6. Take 6. 1. Take 1. Nice job. Stella, follow Brandon. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. 2, stay with Becca. 7. Take 7. 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 6. Take 6. Perfect shot. 6. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. Nice job, Evie. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. 4, follow Jacob. Ready, 2. Take 2. And coming back to 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. 7. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. 7, go back. 3. Take 3. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Keep following Becca, 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6. 6, widen that out after this. 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. 6, full wide for me. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Camera 6, full wide. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Go back to the guitar 1 and take 1. Follow David for a minute. Yeah, nice job, Stella. 2. Take 2. All right, go back to Becca, please. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1. Follow Brandon, 1. Nice, nice, nice. Ready, 2. Take 2. All right, we're gonna slow this one down. Ready, 7. Take 7. 1, free up for host or for close. Ready, 2. 2, start going in nice and slow to Bob or to Brandon and Becca. Take 2. Stella, go ahead and free up for close.
By the Spirit
Forward, ready one for close. And
Close.
go close. Nice job.
Friends, when we choose to lose in relationships, we win. We
Production
restore
team, great job
relationships as
today.
humility takes
Thanks for
root
everything that you
in our
do.
lives.
Couldn't make
Great
it
job.
work
And I
without
said
you.
it earlier, and we know that it's true. Is
Just
that
a few
there's lots of needs
housekeeping.
in
Let's
and
bring our
around
cameras
church, things
back.
that people are going
Jimmy
through.
or
And
I
one of
will
the
grab
things
camera
we try
5.
to
I think
do
I'll probably go
is
grab
at the
camera
end of
5
our
and battery
worship
for free.
services, we have people that are at the
camera 1
tables
and
at
2,
the end
make
of
sure
the
you lock
stage that
down.
want to be with you and to pray with you and get
one,
around
just go
those
ahead and wait till
with
the
you.
end of this
Don't
little
leave
close
if you're
here, but
carrying
everybody else,
something
you're free
and
to
want to invite
step
somebody into
down,
that.
shut down.
Don't leave before you do that.
Reminder,
And we also want
you got time
to
to hang
make
out.
a big church feel
Come
small,
talk.
and so we just
got
want
the
to
little
encourage you to try to
whatever's
get to
going on
know
outside,
people.
Sizzling
Don't feel like
Summer
you've got to
Sundays
rush
or
off. We've got some
Hot Grill
burgers and
Sundays,
dogs
so
out there
you
with
can
our
go do
Sizzling
that. I
Summer
might probably
Sundays
end
with
up
our
doing that.
student ministries.
But
Grab
anyway,
a hold
thank you all
of
for
that
serving
and
today.
get to know
Appreciate it.
somebody around you. Let's make a big church feel small. I love you, Journey. Have a great day.
Ready for song credits?
Hot grill Sunday?
Yeah.
And go song credits.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, it's Sizzling Summer Sundays, but they were going to call it Hot Grill Sundays, but
I
it's a
know,
little too
sizzling
close.
hot grill.
All right, and we're going to go CG3 slides. Go.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate
Have
it.
a good rest of your Sunday.